Okay, so my camera cut out then. Just check I'm recording. This is another bedding combination on the second bedroom. And yeah. Oh, sorry, all IKEA cushions, Zara pillows, and I think either a Maid. Yeah, it's Maid, that lovely folk style bedspread, which I actually had in my tiny studio flat. So we skipped the cabinet. I'll just quickly talk about the stuff above. These are Charles René Mackintosh sort of cardboard plates. They're actually really, really lovely. I love them so much, including the kind of brownish background. So delicate and so lovely. Then this is a painting, a poster that I got from Tate Modern, including the poster hanger. I just love the colours, and I love the kind of, well, it's not texture really because it's a flat piece of paper, but anyway, yeah. So this adds some much needed vibrancy to the space. And then there's another Art Deco print from Redbubble, the same as these square cardboard prints of Charles René Mackintosh's work. Then an IKEA print of, what is he called again? Mucha? Very, very famous Art Deco printmaker and painter. This absolutely gorgeous painting, again by Redbubble, on these kind of squares of card. And then a Cuba poster from IKEA, because why not? I'll just close the door again by means of the cat. Thank you, cat. The cat is from Oliver Bonos. Then we've got, I don't know, probably obviously fake Greek Victorian vase from, I think, a junk shop in Hampstead. Some fake coral because they couldn't afford the real stuff, and this was expensive enough, but it's so stunning, the forms. And I need something tall to go on the top of this cabinet. As you'll have known from the bedroom video, a bit of coral that I painted behind it, some IKEA candle stands with some different colour candles. This is the other lamp from the range, which for the price, I think it was £20, is blinking brilliant. So, this I found washed up on the beach, which is just below our building, and it says here, Joseph Bourne and Son, Denby Pottery. I know Denby Pottery is famous. I just like the colour though, and I put some fake thistles in it. This is from Anthropology. I like the kind of Art Deco style tiling effect. These are all tea light holders. These are from John Lewis, and this is also from Anthropology. It's a bit twee, but really sweet. It's got like this little plate that goes with this little face. This is a £1 discounted IKEA table runner. And now I'm going to just open the lovely IKEA cabinet. I think they're called Fabric Hall, but I could be wrong. And show you what's inside. So I've got some glasses here, some egg cups, a nice old kind of container, some bottles, vintage bottles, and then I kind of invested in some fossils and shells, which I've never done before, but it suddenly struck me how absolutely stunning these natural forms are. And also I wanted a kind of nautical or at least sea theme going on in this room, as you can see by the Moby Dick photo, poster and some other stuff I'll show you over there, because we live now smack bang on the Thames. So I just thought it would be nice to have, also the sea really has, as many people do, I find it really evocative, and so I feel I have a sort of connection with the sea. So I wanted to buy some shells, and I realised these fossils aren't all to do with the sea. Then on the second shelf we've got this really cool tray, which is a modern tray but looks really old-fashioned and is made by the same company that made that black metal tray with the cream flowers up there. We've got some IKEA glasses with stones. We've got an old milk bottle and my naff feather tipped quill pen. We've got this really beautiful ceramic dog on wheels that I got when we went on holiday to Cornwall. We've got a Christmas card that I just love for the actual picture itself, and it sort of went with the blue and red colours. We've got an IKEA round vase and some paintbrushes. We've got this really gorgeous anthropology vase, which I got recently. Really, really lovely actually. And we've got a cheap IKEA blue bottle and an Oliver Bonos vase. And then on the bottom we've got my interior design magazines. We've got a really nice china bowl from Neptune, which is a kind of interior design and homeware store in Fulham. We've got an IKEA bowl, this blue and white one. We've got two little like ramekin dishes, I can't remember where I got those, and this dear little fish dish. We've got a vase that was a Christmas present from me, I think it was from Habitat, two IKEA penguin jugs, an IKEA wooden bowl, this wooden sort of tub from an antique shop, but it was just cheap second-hand stuff. And then we've got an IKEA milk churn, because I just wanted tall, quite big things in the bottom. And I absolutely love my cabinet. I feel very sophisticated. I've never had anything like this before. So now we turn to an uglier bit of the room, which is where the TV and speakers are. And this is something from IKEA, which I massacred the back of. Basically, I sawed with a jigsaw holes in the back of it, because my idea was to put my partner's speakers and hard drives in there, so that because there were holes in the thing, the signal could get out and the sound could get out, but we could camouflage the look of them. It didn't really work that well, so only a couple of things are inside there, but you know, it's better than nothing. And then we've got another of my brass handles here. Then behind the door we've got, I think, an absolutely stunning painting of a cabbage field. Sadly, in not very nice surround, because it's just a cheap plastic IKEA frame, but I couldn't afford anything else. Then we've got this absolutely phenomenally gorgeous painting by a Russian artist. It's a poster from the Tate Modern, and they also sell the poster hangers. So just a bit of colour for the room. And when those doors are closed to that second bedroom, you can see those paintings. And I feel that space looks quite nice now, actually. Yeah. Then we've got just a painting, just a page from one of my partner's books. He's interested in communism and the Russian Revolution, and he had a book about the art of that time period. So it's just in a cheap IKEA frame. I put one of those pictures. The same for this. This is actually an amazing painting. I've carried it around with me for ages, and I feel it goes really well. And I feel it goes really well in that white IKEA square frame. And we've got a cheap IKEA poster in an IKEA frame. We've got another Kandinsky canvas. We've got another print from Redbubble, which was one of their awful resolution ones. I don't know if you can see. I'll put my finger here so you can see. Well, you can see the resolution of my ring in comparison to this photo, this print. That's how bad it is. But because I love the real painting it was taken from so much, I kept it, put it in a square IKEA frame, and from a distance you can't really tell how bad it is. And that's a Degas, a small detail of a Degas painting I've had for about, 15 years. And I think all of the colours go pretty well with these most lovely William Morris Strawberry Thief curtains, which my mum kindly bought for us. I may as well show you the balcony, although it's got dark because this has taken so long. I'll just show you the balcony. So there's fake grass out there and fake IKEA plants. You really can't see very much right now. But okay, I'll insert a photo of how it is in the daytime, because to be honest, the balcony was really miserable and the paint was flaking and the floor was really ugly and kind of cementy. So we really improved it, I think. Then I just put these IKEA cushions here because you can sit there and the windowsill's kind of a bit ugly, so I just tried to camouflage it with the cushions. Then this is our old, incredibly dangerous in the sense that you keep hitting your shin on it, footstool slash, it's also a storage container. It bled at the time. This is from catching my shin on that thing. Then we've got this little sofa we bought, which fits the space really beautifully, and it's almost a shame to cover it because it's a really nice kind of clover pink colour. And believe it or not, this was from Dunelm. It's got really nice little legs. I'll just show you the back. It's just a really cute little sofa, and it's actually very comfortable and firm, which I prefer to a very soft sofa. So I've got a nice wool blanket on it, some IKEA cushions, that's IKEA. This is Tesco's Florence and Fred. That's just something off the internet, and that's IKEA as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with our little sofa. This is an IKEA tray. I mean, the table is a tray as well because the top lifts off, very handy. And I thought, why not just embrace as many primary colours as I could really in this room. So this is an Emma Bridgewater tray, which I got from Waitrose, which I feel goes perfectly with the colours of everything and brings it all together, fits on the top of the IKEA tray table and ties in with the Strawberry Thief curtains. So I was really chuffed with that. Also, it's just a really lovely tray in its own right. Then we've got some more nautical themed artwork, Moby Dick in an IKEA poster in an IKEA frame. this is not nautical, but I feel it has kind of sea colours. This is the most gorgeous Art Deco print, again from Redbubble, in an IKEA frame. And these are 4 prints that I bought from eBay and put in IKEA frames, and they're all of the Thames. So we're keeping with our seaside-y river theme. Sorry about the reflections, so bad. Yeah, on the Thames at low water, which my partner and I do when the tide goes down in the evenings sometimes, at the foot of our building. This says Old Whitehall Stairs. What does that say? Alcoves of Old Westminster Bridge. They're actually really atmospheric, these prints. And Frost Fair on the Thames in 1683. Since we moved here, which is to the Isle of Dogs, I've become quite interested in how much this part of London has changed through the years, and that was how I stumbled across these prints on eBay. I was looking at photographs mainly of the Isle of Dogs. Now we've got a really nice, comfortable IKEA red wingback chair with some woolen blankets on it and a cushion. And because my partner likes to watch TV and I don't, and because also the room, because of the really tiny amount of space in this room, that's the chair, just to show you the kind of wingback chair. I decided to kind of put furniture back to back, both to maximise space and to separate 2 kind of spaces in the room. So we've got the TV space here and reading space. And it's not the first time I had these books in my studio flat, but it feels more settled now. And with real bookcases, I have at least half of my books, I think, here. And so while he watches TV, I can read. This is an IKEA table. I've got what I'm currently reading at the moment, which are actually birthday presents of books I've wanted for quite a while. The one that isn't here is Acts of Desperation by Megan Nolan. I'm going to make a video about these 4 books. Well, sorry, not the essays, but this novel and the Megan Nolan novel soon. I find the best way to know what I think about a novel is to read it in comparison with other novels, and they kind of sort each other out in my mind and weed out the good and bad bits about each one in my mind. I'm sure all of these novels are excellent. So I sit here and there's this lovely little porthole. This is a round window. This is another reason that I wanted to kind of embrace the nautical theme, and that's because this whole block of flats has these little round windows which are like portholes in a ship. And it also has a vaguely kind of Art Deco theme. So 2 of the inspirations for my decoration was already suggested to me. This is a really lovely kind of industrial style lamp from IKEA. This is a little window box of fake plants. These are some books that I have to hand that I'm looking at and working from at the moment. I can have multiple cups of tea from this teapot and tea cozy, which some of you might recognise from the old studio flat I used to live in. This was from an antique or junk shop in Notting Hill. I love it so much. And then there are my books. Sorry, these are IKEA bookcases. These are IKEA overhead lights. I feel very sophisticated with the overhead lights, which I've never had before. And this is a little IKEA sort of industrial style lamp. IKEA baskets, fake plant, IKEA baskets. I may as well go through the tools first, as this is not very interesting. Old box, well, it's modern, made to look old, I've had for ages. IKEA baskets, IKEA metal boxes, that's just a random metal box. IKEA baskets, and this is all, full of tools and parts and things. And then random books, mostly coding books, and my partner's files and stuff. He doesn't have many books. Some pictures of me and him, me at the farm when I was about 12. That farm formed the inspiration for the place in my third novel. Me from a newspaper picture in primary school, and then a picture from my friend's little girl. Yes, and then we get onto my books. Me and my dad, the IKEA book stands. And on these book stands, I've got sort of special things like the paperback and hardback of my third novel, the hardback of my second novel, and this really lovely book of Andrew Marvell poems that my editor, actually she wasn't my editor anymore at that point, the editor of my first novel bought for me as a gift, which was so so lovely, because Andrew Marvell is one of the influences and appears in The Professor of Poetry, and then Little Gidding also appears in The Professor of Poetry, and this is also from the editor of my first novel, who is an amazing person. The little I knew of her at Chatto and Windus, and this is an original paper kind of pamphlet edition of T.S. Eliot's fourth poem from his four quartets, Little Gidding, which also features heavily in The Professor of Poetry, and a third present from this amazing woman. A book of poetry, religious in feel but not in sentiment, kind of visionary poems by quite extraordinary, by someone called Esther Morgan, and I think the reason my editor bought it for me was because the collection was called Grace. I love that card. It's from one of my good friends. And yeah, not much else. Oh, okay, so this rug is another IKEA rug, which nicely delineates this kind of book or library space from the telly space. This actually really lovely antique planter from eBay, the famous arts and crafts book I've taken so many pictures from, that I got from eBay, and just some art books of my partner's. These cabinets are by IKEA. They're very, very handy, and they kind of fit really nicely at the back of the sofa, really sort of separating the two spaces. I feel there's just enough floor space to get away with these two segments of the room. A lamp from the IKEA rejection section, like the shop where they do discounted stuff, which I feel is really Art Deco, and so I was really chuffed to find. And then lots of little, not little things we found on the beach, which are worthless, but you know, they're really interesting natural forms. So we got a shell, we got some mother of pearl, some oyster, some twirly. It looks like the inside of a shell, but I think it's man-made. I'm not sure. It's like a bit of pottery. Then these really unusual shaped pieces of, are they metal or stone? Anyone who's familiar with the tide and what is it called, mudlarking, will have found countless number of these. They're not very rare or special, but I just thought the shapes were so interesting that I brought you up. They're really heavy. I think they're really old-fashioned metal of some sort, but I might be wrong. A stone with a very contrasting middle to the outside. A really, really old piece of the most beautiful red brick. A conker. A conker which Yeah, I can hear that when I shake it to my ear, with some water inside it. How the water got inside, I don't know. I guess it's soaked through the wood. So the conker has been made black by the water of the Thames. But it was the water inside that fascinated us. I think a yellow brick was once a yellow brick, and a bit of old industrial dock machinery of some sort. And that pretty much brings my living room tour to an end. I have worked so hard on this, and you may think that it's actually a bit quite underwhelming, really, but I love it. The room feels gorgeous to me now, and so different from how it was when we arrived here. I feel if I could sum up my aesthetic, it's a combination of homeliness, sort of the cozy, homely, like savoury element, and detail. I guess I do like detail, and nature, and vibrancy. So colour, lots of different vibrant colours, and delicacy, I guess. So I am very glad this flat is now finished for the time being. Very, very, very glad. But it is more or less how I wanted it to be, so that is wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked some of what you see. I hope to post more regular videos now, and that's all there is to say, really. I'll say goodbye to you in the Arts and Crafts hall stand